amazed at what I see you Larkin girls doing, Zeb said. Even if she pulls the shade too, you can see through the crack.
You look? Rumer asked, her mouth dropping open.
What do you expect? Our houses are about 5 yards apart and your blinds don't close the whole way. Of course I look. Hey! Another meteor!
Rumer glanced over, assessing him. Did he mean he looked specifically at Elizabeth? Or at Rumer, too? Why did it seem suddenly to matter so much? They were friends, that was all. But Rumer's mouth felt dry, and her hand ached to have Zeb hold it again.
5, Zeb said, pointing. 6!
Elizabeth! Rumer called. She couldn't stand to have her 18-year-old sister not know what she was showing. Everything. Her nightgown straps had slipped off her shoulder, and her boobs were half hanging out.
What are you doing? Zeb asked, watching Rumer beginning to scuttle across the roofline like a rock crab in a tidal pool.
Warning her?
I'm telling you, don't bother.
Why? So you can watch her? Rumer teased, but her heart began to pound when he didn't say no. The stars spun around, and a soft wind blew through the pine boughs. She held her breath, waiting. Even in the darkness she could see Zeb turning red. A sound caught in her throat, and she realized she was remembering the school Halloween party last fall, when she and her sister had worn identical witch costumes, and Elizabeth, sweeping across the school stage as if it were a Broadway theater, had won Most Beautiful.
You're my best friend, Zeb said quietly, and suddenly Rumer knew he could hear her crying.
Rumer nodded, squeezing her eyes shut.
More than Paul and Andy, he said, naming 2 of their other closest Hubbard's Point friends.
She didn't reply.
Did I say something wrong?
He asked. She shook her head.
Okay then, let's get back to the sky. What's the score? Me 7, you none? Come on. If there were rabbits up there instead of in the old briar patch we call a yard, you'd be going crazy.
But Rumer couldn't just let Elizabeth continue, knowing that she was on display. Crawling across the roof, she left Zeb behind. He was going to be an astronaut someday, and he liked to get all the star practice he could. Rumer's feelings were churning around, a combination of protectiveness and jealousy and hurt and love, and somehow she slipped when she should have grabbed.
Whoa!
She called, bare feet and fingernails scrabbling for a hold on the shingles.
Give me your hand,
Zeb said, reaching down.
I can't,
she said, sliding slowly.
Come on! Give me,
he said, and then he began to slide too. They sped up, side by side, gliding down the Mayhew's roof, over the moss and lichens, under the trees and stars. But while Rumer managed to grip the gutter rim as she tumbled past, Zeb flew straight off the roof and into the azalea bush below.
Zeb!
He didn't answer. It took all of Rumer's strength to hold on, start to haul herself to safety inch by inch. Her heart was pounding. She had killed him.
Ouch,
he said, pushing himself up.
My leg!
You're alive,
she called, breathless. You're still up there? Hang on, Rue.
A tall pine grew alongside the house. The space between the branches and roof loomed darkly before her, but she had to get down to Zeb. Taking a quick breath, she swung out, scraping her face and hands with hundreds of sharp pine needles. Making her way to the trunk, she scrambled down branch by branch, pine tar sticking to her skin, and dropped the last 6 feet to the ground. Inside their houses, blue light from the TV sets came through the screens. She could hear Mary Tyler Moore's laugh track. Their parents had gone out for dinner together, and they weren't home yet. Zeb had broken his ankle. She saw his foot twisted around, jutting out at an odd angle, and felt sick. Rumer had helped a hurt rabbit the previous week, an abandoned dog the week before that, a broken-winged robin in July, and 2 brand-new motherless kittens in June. She had a sense for helping hurt animals, but her